Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm finally going to be using my last product from the Camille Rose Around the World collection. I am busting out the Buriti Nectar Repair Cholesterol Treatment. It says it's an exotic blend for dry, brittle, and lifeless textured hair. Xavier, my buddy, he suggested this to me, said he loves it, so I picked it up at the World Natural Hair Show sale, and I hadn't used it yet. So we're gonna test this baby out together today. I don't know how moisturizing it's gonna be, so I did pull my Oud Rich Moisture Infusion to the side, just in case I need to use it afterwards, because it is supposed to like be reparative. So if you're interested in seeing my results with the Camille Rose Buriti Nectar Cholesterol Treatment, then just keep watching. How are y'all? I personally am doing pretty great. Had a good week. Been doing great with the filming. 4 videos last week. I was very proud of myself. Pretty dope. If you're not caught up on those videos, you can definitely go ahead and check those out. I will link some in the video, in the end cards, all that good stuff. So just to talk about foundation, because you guys know I like to keep it within the brand. I did wash my hair with the Citrus Blossom cleansing milk from Camille Rose. It's one of their kind of like, not really limited edition, but I guess like low stock products, because she'll bring it back for like hair shows and stuff like that. So I don't know about y'all, but I am just like in full fall mode. I could care less that it's hotter than hell outside. Like, for me, it's just coffee and sweaters and everything pumpkin spice flavored. I do not care about this weather. I really don't. I actually went to Target yesterday to pick up one of my favorite seasonal snacks, which is this right here, the Archer Farms maple pecan caramel corn. So good. I've already gone through a bag. I should have got 4. I only got 2. I should have got 4. I don't do a lot of snacking, but I like snack on this. So I love this stuff. So I'm gonna open this bag up. They're like sweet, but like a little salty. So good. This is gonna be like mad chill, because I'm just in one of those moods. Like, it's been a long week. I just feel like chilling and talking with y'all. And I do have some new products that I'm gonna share with you too. I'm coming off of a Soultanicals wash day, which I extended by adding some leave-in my hair and braiding my hair up. That's been one of my favorite things to do lately. And it has really been working out for me, like just in terms of doing braid outs and stuff. And that's the texture. I feel like all of the Around the World collection products have like this smooth, creamy consistency. This one is nice and creamy. Kind of reminiscent of the Oud Rich Moisture Infusion. Feels very nice. This one is a little bit like thicker though. But it's still got that slip though. That is one thing I do really like about the Around the World collection. Everything in that collection has really nice slip. Feels really good, especially on the ends, which my ends have been holding up very nicely. I feel like, I don't know. I do kind of want to give a disclaimer. So I am going to be doing Pattern Beauty soon. And I just have to acknowledge, like, I've seen a lot of negativity in people's comment sections when doing those reviews. And I'm not tolerating it. Like, I'm just not. You don't have to bash people for liking it or not liking it. You don't have to bash Tracy Ellis Ross. Like sometimes, I'm just going to be real with y'all. Just the product aside, I feel like a lot of naturals are never satisfied. And I feel like there are a lot of people, which I find this to be true about a lot of things. There are a lot of people that just go onto other people's pages just to say negative things. Like, they have something negative to say about everything. And I feel like some of y'all, instead of watching like product reviews, you need to be watching videos on DIYing because you're not really satisfied with anything. And really the only solution with that is to make your own products. Like, I don't want to sound like an asshole, but sometimes that's how I feel. And the thing is, like, when you watch videos yourself and you're like active in people's comment sections, you see a lot of the same faces. And it's funny because certain people will say like one thing in someone else's comment section and then another thing in someone else's. Like, y'all be like, some of these people in these comment sections be fake as hell. Like, super fake. And it's just, I don't know. Like, I've gotten to the point where, honestly, I haven't watched that many reviews on Pattern, but I haven't been looking at the comment sections because it's just been ridiculous. And there's been like a lot of ignorance in there, and also a lot of like self-deprecation as well, which is also something that I personally don't tolerate on my channel, because there's so many more productive ways to talk about issues within our community. And I don't tolerate self-deprecation as well. Like, it's just not, it's not conducive to any conversation whatsoever. But I do understand that there's a lot of people in this world that don't know how to communicate anything without taking a shot at themselves first. And I'm like, sometimes I think, like, you do realize that what you said is more offensive to the people that you claim to care about than anything else. You know what I mean? Like, it's not helpful at all. So, I understand that the products are pricey, but a whole lot of y'all still complain when the stuff with all organic ingredients is expensive. So it's like you can't win. Like, you literally cannot win. And it's a discussion that I'm honestly tired of having. Like, buy what works for your hair, buy what's in your price range. We do these reviews so that you guys can have an idea of what things are going to look like and possibly perform like on hair types that are similar to yours. That's the only point of doing these reviews. Obviously, not everything is going to work for everyone. And the few reviews that I have watched on Pattern Beauty have been from Type 4 Naturals, and like, they liked it. Like, I've only watched one Type 4 Natural, and when I say Type 4, I mean within the B to C range. And like, she was the only one that didn't like it. So not everybody is going to like everything, and that's just something that we have to accept. But yeah, like, it's just funny to me because I'm just like, when it's super all natural and amazing, you still don't want to pay the money for it. So like, why are we having this conversation about price? Because it's to the point now where I just feel like a lot of people, they don't care how much it is. If it's more than $8, then they're going to complain about it, regardless of how good the ingredients are or not. And so it's a conversation that I'm tired of having. Buy what's in your price range, buy what works for you. But I will say, I am intrigued by these products, not just because, obviously, like, I feel like Tracy should have come out, like, I always felt like she should have her own hair care line. But I have always been intrigued by more women of color and Black women taking space and stake in luxury hair care, makeup, etc. I feel the same way about Pat McGrath. I'm like, a lot of Black women complain about Pat McGrath Labs as if just because she's Black, she's supposed to make cheap products. And my thing is like, but you're still out here buying Chanel and Natasha Denona, who like, nobody really knows who the hell Natasha Denona is. Like, let's be honest. Y'all are buying this stuff at the same price point, if not higher, but because Pat is a dark-skinned Black woman, you expect her to lower her prices. We can't keep doing that to each other. And I just, like, a genuine question that I want to ask every natural that complains about every hair product, regardless of what's in it and the price, is, if you were a business owner, would you lower your prices? And a lot of people, I guarantee you, if they were in that situation, would not, regardless of how much it costed them to make it, because it is a business at the end of the day. Like, it's not about, regardless, it ain't about friendship, none of that. We can use our business platforms to spark change and create spaces for the people that we care about within those markets. But at the end of the day, you still got to collect the cash or the business does not exist. So sometimes I just want to ask people that, like, if you're doing all this complaining, you start your own business and see how easy it is to make super cheap products, just outright, you know? And even a lot of brands that, like, they're more affordable now, they started out very expensive and lowered their prices as they grew because they could afford to lower their prices. And I mean, like, regardless, like, I have one of the Pattern Beauty products in front of me. I'll show it to you guys. And I ordered the rest of them, but I was, like, looking at the ingredients on the conditioner, and I was expecting, like, silicone to be in the top 2 the way that people were talking about the ingredients, and I'm just like, okay, this isn't half as bad as I thought. You know what I mean? Like, I was expecting, like, the worst of the worst. I know there is silicone in the shampoo, which I've already told y'all how I feel about that. Like, anything that is a cleanser that has silicone in it for me is not going to be, like, a one-stop shop. And hopefully she will come out with, like, a clarifier, so that you can, like, do a reset. That's what I feel like she should do. But I don't know, like, I'm going into the review with a clean slate and a very open mind, as I do with all of my reviews. Like, I've reviewed things that I just, like, I was side-eyeing, but a lot of those things that I was side-eyeing, like, you guys know, I ended up, like, eating my words. So it's just, you know, I said all of that just to say this, like, no one is forcing you to buy anything, you know? And at that same token, no one is forcing you to put all of this negativity out onto people that are just trying to be helpful. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like a lot of people think that they can just unload all of their feelings on people that are on the internet because those people chose to be on the internet. But at the same time, like, you have to take accountability for how you treat everything, and how you speak about things, and the amount of negativity or positivity that you exude. And it's very easy to say that, hey, I'm not buying something because I just don't think the price is fair, and, like, leave it at that. Or I'm not buying this because it just doesn't seem like something that I am interested in. That's very simple. That's not negativity. But a lot of the things that I have seen are honestly just like, I'm like, y'all are really doing the most over hair products. And I wish I would, with all the problems that I have in my life, be out here getting nasty and crazy and disgusting over some hair products. Like, if I get to that point, then somebody needs to slap me. Because I just refuse to. I've been in this space lately where I just have a lot of people around me that, like, nitpick. They're very negative about every little thing on the planet. And I've been more sensitive to it than normally. And I had to, like, kind of sit down and just have a inward conversation with myself about, like, I'm not going to continue to absorb this negativity, and I'm not going to continue to perpetuate that negativity. And I can take issue with things without being mean or nasty or nitpicky. At the end of the day, there's so many more important things going on in my life and in other people's lives to carry this level of negativity over nothing. So that's just kind of where I am. I've been very aware of things like that, but I just had to let y'all know, like, I'm pretty sure you guys do know that I'm not above deleting people's comments, but I just, like, had that moment of, like people who I watch, who I always see, like, really super positive comment sections, People are generally pretty, like, you know, like, kind, respectful to one another, etc. It hasn't been that way with this Pattern Beauty, and I don't know what it is about that. I don't know if people are just mad about the price or whatever, but, like, y'all, it's just, they're just hair products. Like, they're just hair products. And you have the right to make choices for yourself. You don't have the right to bully people. And we just got to keep it at that. I know the majority of y'all that watch me, that's not something that I even have to say to you guys, but, you know, every video that you do, it may draw your core audience, or it may draw people that have never watched your channel ever. So that's something that I am going to address at the beginning of that video, because I feel like it just needs to be said. But I will say, and this is something that I feel like no one has really talked about in terms of just the launch, but I feel like Tracy has used more type 4 representation in her initial launch for her marketing than half of these brands that we've been using for years. Like, regardless about how you feel about her, her race, her hair, etc., there's really great representation within her marketing, and I do appreciate that. It was nice to see women that looked like me and didn't look like me, and it was nice to see men in there too. It was definitely more balanced representation, and I did appreciate that. And I also appreciated that the marketing was like carefree, but still like really feminine, but like strong and beautiful. I really just appreciated the whole marketing of Pattern. But I did get the heavy conditioner for coilies. This was the one that I think Quinn Rae used that she really liked. So I did pick this up, and I really like the smell of these products. It's very light, kind of salon-esque, but these are definitely like prestige hair care prices, like high-end hair care prices. And that doesn't necessarily bother me. Like, I can't be using Weedad and Diva Curl and complain about Pattern. So, I'm not a frugal natural. So for me, complaining about her pricing would be completely hypocritical, because I have tons of things in my collection that don't have good ingredients that are massively expensive, you know? But like I said, I do like to see more women of color. And I would love to see more like Black women, especially because women of color is a broad term. I would like to see them, more Black women, taking up space in high-end and luxury markets. And I do appreciate that Tracee Ellis Ross is doing this, but she's making it clear that this is for people of color, mainly Black women. And there is a lot of type 4 representation in that, because like obviously we have brands like Amika and Briogeo, which I consider to be in the luxury hair care market, and you don't see no Black folk on their pages, you know? And to an extent, I do understand that, because I can imagine how hard it is to actually be a Black-owned hair care owner in luxury hair care and be placed within that market while also marketing to the people that you, you know, that you want represented. And we saw this in that episode of Shark Tank with Curl Mix. I mean, they just looked at the owners of Curl Mix like they were speaking some foreign language when it came to Black hair care. And then the owner of Dry Bar talking about I'm in the business of making curly hair straight. I'm like, bitch. So, like, it's not shocking to me that a lot of, like, Black-owned hair care has gone that route. I know there's Form Beauty, which I think does do some decent marketing with you know, Black women. Of course, they just relaunched the Madam CJ Walker beauty culture stuff, but the first launch did not do that great. And I haven't really heard anyone talk about the second launch. I know that they were in a Curl Box Platinum, so I just haven't been able to push myself to purchase any of the Madam CJ Walker products, but I do want to start diving more into luxury hair care for textured hair. I really do. Just to kind of see, like, if there is any warranted hype. Like, I know people are in love with the Briogeo, the Don't Despair Repair. I definitely want to try that. Honestly, like, that and, like, their whole Curl Charisma line, I'm totally down to try. And I want to try more from Amika, too, because I have their, I don't remember what the old name is, but it's called The Cure now. I have it in the old packaging, and I still pull that out a lot. It's a huge thing of conditioner, so it's going to be a minute before I go through it. But I actually enjoy that, too. So it's interesting to see. I found, like, a lot of the things that I have used from, like, luxury hair care brands have been extremely hit or miss, though. Like, I have a couple of things from Amika that I really do like, but, in terms of, like, Diva Curl, you guys know that I love the Melt Into Moisture, but I've used other products from them that I was like their gels, I cannot, I don't care how little I use, they always flake on me. They just leave my hair dusty and flaky and dry, and I have purchased and returned their gels so many times, every single one of them. I did like their, what is it, the One Condition Decadence and the No Poo Decadence. Those were pretty nice, but it's been a hot minute since I've used those. And I don't really remember exactly how I felt about them at this point. I was using those way before I even thought about starting a YouTube channel. And there was one more that I was using. I want to say it was the Super Cream, because I think those, like, came out at the same time. I think it was the Super Cream. I remembered really liking that, but the bottle was so little, and my hair was really short at the time, but I only got, like, 3 or 4 uses out of that bottle. But it was great for a one-product wash and go for me at the time. It had my curls, like, I do. So, I've always found luxury hair care to be interesting, because really, in terms of, like, the luxury market, they don't really care about ingredients the way that we do in terms of, like, just our basic natural hair care market. But I know for me personally, like, I didn't think that the Pattern Beauty stuff was going to be inexpensive, because I didn't feel like, just looking at the initial, like, marketing and everything, I was like, she is not trying to compete with Shea Moisture. You know, like, I didn't expect the products to be super inexpensive. And I wish that she hadn't necessarily said anything about the price, because when she said that she wanted to make it accessible, people just assumed that she meant that it was going to be cheap. And accessibility works in a whole lot of different ways. It's not just about the price, but location. There's just so many logistics that come into things being accessible. I do appreciate that the products are in Ulta, because I can easily get to an Ulta, or I can order online at Ulta, and Ulta always has coupons as well. So I do also appreciate that it was launched somewhere where I could use a coupon. And when I went to, like, get the products, I had a great experience. Usually I go into Ulta and I can't stand them, bro. But the girl that helped me was so nice, because they only had the heavy conditioner for coilies, which was the one that I wanted to try, thankfully. And they had it in the regular size, and then they had it in the travel size. And the only other things they had were the towels, and the clips, and the hair serums. I skipped out on the hair serum just because I have enough oil, but if I do end up liking the products, I'll probably go back and get the rest of the stuff. because I do feel like her collection will be nice to have if it's something that my hair agrees with. But when I went into the register, I was like, is it okay like to order the products here? Like, can I order them here, or do I have to go home and order them? Because if I had to go home and order them online, I was just gonna leave the conditioner there because I didn't see the point. You know what I mean? But no, she like took care of it for me. She was super sweet, got me squared away. So that was a great experience. So I do feel like in a lot of ways, it is more accessible, like luxury hair care, because of where you can get the products. And even though like they are pricey, there's definitely like luxury hair care out on the market for curly haired individuals or people that with natural hair that are far pricier than those. So that is also something to consider as well. But yeah, I'm excited about Pattern. I also finally got my hands on the Style Factor Edge Booster. I've been hearing so many things about it, and I was just not about to pay $25 plus like $11, $12 shipping on Amazon for this thing. We didn't have it in any of my beauty supply stores. So someone told me to go on eBay, and they gave me the name of the seller that they usually get it from, and it was a great experience. So I'm excited. She does look like dummy thick though. I wish I had been able to get this when it was actually like summer. But that's okay. Y'all know I use my gels year round. So I'm excited to use this. I don't know when I'm gonna have the review up though, because there's a lot going on. So many releases, so many lines. Speaking of new releases and lines, I have the new Mono's hair. So I am super excited about that because I have been watching Monica for so long, and I was so excited for her when she opened up her own salon. Even though I don't think she was completely happy, you know, doing that. But when she closed down her salon, I knew she had something in the works. Like, I knew she had to have something in the works because she doesn't strike me as the type of person that will give up something without having something else lined up, you know? I haven't talked about this conditioner at all, but it feels really good in the hair. Got a little bit of curl poppage. Yeah. But it does feel really good, so we'll see. But yeah, so I just knew something was coming from her, and I'm so happy for her. But it was great because sometimes like I'll go on excursions to like shop for products on the channel, and I will say about like 60% of the time I come up with nothing because Winston-Salem is just like a hot ass mess when it comes to getting anything. But I went to Sally's yesterday. Y'all, I could see the product set up from outside of the store. I was so excited. But the girls in Sally's, they're always really sweet. They always get me right when I come in there. And they were like, you have to let us know how you like it. They said they had just put them out that day and they were already flying off the shelves. People were calling, looking for them. So I'm like so excited for Monica. It's a really big deal to like create your own hair care, to have your own brand, and to have a deal with Sally's, which that's one thing that I will say about Sally Beauty. They have really been making it a point to invest in Black women-owned brands and bring Black women-owned brands to the forefront and put them on the shelves. Every time I go into Sally's, the natural hair aisle is getting bigger. Whereas other retailers, it's getting smaller. And I really appreciate Sally's for that. So I'm like super excited to do that review. I think I'm gonna try to have the review up Friday. If it's not up Friday, it'll be up Saturday. It just depends on like with my work schedule and everything, if I can make sure I can get that done in decent time. But I'm so excited, and the products smell so amazing. I have them in front of me, so I'll show them to you before we finish. I will say that this application on this mask is really nice, really easy, and it's like soaking in very well too. Like, you can see this piece right here is already soaking into my strands. It is giving it some shine too. It looks really nice. I did use a decent amount of this though, which I wasn't surprised. It feels a lot like the Oud Rich Moisture Infusion, just in terms of slip and everything. And I used about 1/3 of that container when I first did that review, so I'm not surprised. So let me get my cap on and we'll keep talking products. So this is how much I used of the container. So a decent amount, definitely not halfway though. So I definitely have 2 more uses of this. It slides and glides through the hair really well. And it has that same like amaretto smell that the Oud Rich Moisture Infusion has. They pretty much smell identical to me. Yeah, they pretty much smell identical to me. Let's talk ingredients in this really quick. It has water, coconut oil, glycerin, CDRO alcohol, and BTMS. There is cholesterol right after that. And following that is the Buriti fruit oil. So those ingredients are right there at the top. There is also some cocoa seed butter in this as well. And some beta carotene. The smells really nice. It's really like thick and rich. I haven't used anything remotely like cholesterol since I was like 8. So I don't even remember what it does to my hair because I wasn't doing my hair at the time. But I do remember the smell. But this definitely does not feel like your usual cholesterol treatment. But if you usually use cholesterol, we'll see how this goes because I saw Sheree. I love her. Watching her videos makes me happy. If you're not subscribed to Sheree Del Sol, go watch her. She's really great. I love her personality. And I love her DIYs too. She does really good DIYs. But she did a side-by-side with this and like the traditional, I want to say it was the Queen Helen cholesterol treatment. So for her they worked about the same. It was just more of, she prefers like, you know, like more natural ingredients, things that are silicone free. So this was a winner for her. So we'll definitely see how this works for me. But it does say our modern take on the cholesterol hair treatment is updated with exotic Amazonian Buriti fruit oil and an omega-3, 6, and 9 blend crafted to repair textured hair. It says leave on for 20 minutes. So I'm going to leave this on for 20 minutes. But let me show you these Mono's hair products because they're so cute. Now, I will say I was a little surprised because the bottles are like kind of, some of them are small, some of them aren't. So I got the Curl Co-Wash and Conditioner. It's supposed to remove light buildup and detangle. But aren't these so cute? Like, these are so cute. Also got the Curl Restoring Treatment. There's a curl primer, so this is like a spray leave-in. Like that. And then for styling, I also got the curl smoothing pudding and the curl setting gel. So this one has a really nice texture. This one has like a looser consistency, but it is still like a jelly texture. So I'm really excited to put all of these to use. The only products I didn't get, there was a scalp clarifier. It has like a little applicator bottle tip. And then there was, they actually didn't have it yet. There's a curl styling potion. I don't know what the consistency of that is, but they did not have that. So some of these are smaller, like the pudding and the mask are 6 ounces. And these were, I don't know the exact price of everything. Of course, I'll touch on that in the video. So I'm going to go sit underneath the deep conditioning cap for 20 minutes and just kind of let all of this marinate, and we'll come back and see how this baby works in my hair. I'm back, and these are my final results using the Buriti Nectar cholesterol treatment. So this definitely, I wouldn't consider this to be moisturizing. Like, there's definitely some good hydration in there, but it's not going to give you a ton of moisture. I don't feel like I have to today. But I think in the future I would use this and then use this for about 15 minutes. I ended up not sitting underneath the dryer with this one. I was watching Harry Potter with my mom, so I actually just sat for about 40 minutes with this in my hair, and it had like completely absorbed, like it definitely soaks into the hair. My hair feels slightly softer, but I definitely get more strength from this. Not the same kind of strength you get from the Nangai and Tsubaki though, but I do like it. It's just not my favorite. I feel like I have like a good faithful routine with the Around the World Oud Rich Moisture Infusion and the Nangai and Tsubaki, but I also feel like, truth be told, this is the perfect middle of the road if you don't want to get both of those. You know what I mean? So for me, it's nice to have, but I couldn't see it being essential for me. But it's definitely good if you're someone who loves cholesterol treatments and you've been looking for an alternative because of the ingredients. I think this is a great way to go if that's like your thing. It's definitely strengthening, definitely boosted my curls. It's definitely a great product. It's just not like, oh my god, like I'm jumping off a cliff for it, you know what I mean? So, but I am happy that I went ahead and tried it. I will get 2 more uses out of it, so a standard 3 uses for me. So overall, like, this is good. If you've been looking at it, I would say try it out. But if you do have this and the Nangai and Tsubaki, then I don't feel like you absolutely need this. Let me know if you've tried this and what you thought about it. I'm interested to hear your thoughts and hear how it worked for you guys. Of course, chime in on the topics that we talked about in this video down below. You guys know, of course, like, you guys typically keep it positive, but I just wanted to, like, go ahead and reiterate that just so we can have, like, a fun week of reviews. I want everyone to enjoy the reviews and just enjoy the testing of the products and just overall just enjoy the natural hair. Like, it doesn't have to be stressful. We don't have to be stressed out or fighting with each other in the comments. That's never something that I want on my channel or to see on anybody else's channel. So, yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope y'all have a fantastic Sunday. And I'll see y'all later. Bye.